Welcome back, Middle Age Grind, and I've been on a little of a hiatus, so to speak, lately. So welcome back. It's been a little over a week since I've done a video, and today I want to share with you something. I usually share things I read about tips and how it applies to me, how it can apply to you. And today's something a little personal to me, but probably a lot of you folks out there deal with weight issues and certain health issues, and that's what I'm going to talk about today. And I'm going to share my health information. So every year or so, my health insurance company started doing where you take a little survey online. It's a questionnaire about your lifestyle, and kind of it's questions such as how often do you drink? Did you ever smoke? Do you exercise? Do you get enough sleep? And that's part of it, and that's pretty cool. And then the second part of it, they did this in 2023, and then I did it this year. You go to Quest Diagnostics and you get blood drawn and different measurements, and they weigh in and do blood pressure kind of thing. And you get like a $15 a month off your health insurance if you do it, and you get an extra little, basically, health screening. And one of the things I struggle with is weight, and that's what this video is about. And I'm gonna share some of the findings that they have here, and then what I'm doing to try to combat that. And if you have suggestions or tips, please let me know. So first off, this was done last week, and just for reference, I'm 5'10.98", so almost 5'11", without shoes. That's what they recorded me as. I was 267 pounds, way too heavy. All right. So I'm gonna go over some of the stuff in my profile that is high and concerning, and something that I'm trying to address here. So first off, and I'm going to go over the things they do a lot of different things. I'm not going to go over everything because some of the stuff, like protein and albumin and globulin, they're in good range, but these are going to be the stuff that's out of whack, kind of, so to speak. First off, my glucose was 120 on a fasting. That's not crazy high from what I understand, but it is high. This is the more concerning thing. My A1C, which is a measurement of that over, a blood thing, is 6.0. That's above. That's in the pre-diabetic range. It was 5.2 back in 2023. So that's not good. The next thing that was bad is the ALT. From what I understand, this is fatty liver. And it actually questions like, do you drink alcohol a lot? Which I can tell you, I've never smoked in my life. Always been repulsed by it. I'm glad we've been a society today that it's becoming more and more rare, because I can't stand it. I drink very occasionally. Okay, when I say that, maybe once a month at a crawfish ball at my house, or on vacation. I don't ever drink and drive. And I'm not a binge drinker. That's not my issue. I don't have a beer belly. Okay, some people, I haven't drank beer in, God, probably over a year. And when I do, it's one or two, like I said, a crawfish ball. But my ALT, which is fatty liver, is 47. So that's on a slightly high range. The range is supposed to be from 9 to 46. Okay. These are the bad ones, okay? And some of this is hereditary, runs in my family, and I gotta address it. My total cholesterol range is 292. You're supposed to be from 125 to 199. My triglycerides, you're supposed to be below 150. I'm at 316. LDL cholesterol, the bad one, under 100, 198. My cholesterol ratio is 7.3, supposed to be under 5. So that's something that if I don't address on my own, my doctor's going to want me to put me on statins, and I really don't want to do that. Body mass index, 37.2. Yikes. It was 33.7 back in July of 2023. I was probably more in a 240-ish pound range then. Probably 25 pounds lighter. Blood pressure is not, that's one thing it's never been, thank God, I don't have an issue with that. It is 123/78. Looks like it's slightly elevated, but nothing to be concerned about. I talked to a doctor friend of mine. But back in July of 23, it was 107/62. So it was a lot better. Waist circumference 45. Yikes. Yikes. So I'm sharing that with you. It's my personal medical stuff. I'm not proud of it. What am I doing about it? Okay, these are the 4 things that I'm doing that I'm trying to combat this without having to go on medications, and I'm going to talk about that in a second too. Walk at least 15,000 steps a day. I can tell you this is not a big issue for me. I usually get this. Even though I'm an insurance agent, when I go home, I don't stop. I don't sit on my couch. I'm very active. That's not a big issue for me, but it's something I think if you don't actively try to keep up and you just get sedentary, it can get away from you. That's the first thing I'm doing. Number 2, as far as beverages, I'm drinking water now, black coffee, okay, no creamer in it. I love cream, and I love having the half and half stuff in there. I'm taking that out. And I'm doing clear Propel, the little packets, no calories, and it's clear. The doctor said that's okay. Especially, look, we live in Louisiana. When I'm outside doing work, cutting grass, doing chores, we sweat. The heat's brutal. It's good to have electrolytes in you. I'm not drinking any more diet sodas. I never was a really big regular soda drinker, but they say Diet Cokes and that kind of thing are bad for it, so I'm eliminating that. Number 3, I'm eliminating as much processed foods as possible. It's very hard to do. A lot of stuff we eat is processed. I'm focusing on proteins, focusing on chicken, fish, even red meat, so to speak, eggs, and also vegetables. And the good thing is you got to take silver linings. I like vegetables. I like fruit. A lot of people don't. A lot of people just don't like that kind of stuff. And one thing I've been doing at night, as an example, instead of going grab ice cream or potato chips or something crazy stuff like that, like last night, I chopped up a banana and I had some grapes and I put a few almonds. It's just, I don't know, but it satisfied the need, so to speak. And number 4, and it kind of goes into number 3. And look, what it is, it's no junk food, ice cream, cookies, cake, any of that kind of stuff, at least till I get this under control. I come from a big family, so to speak. I have 4 kids. My wife has a big family. There's always a special occasion. There's always a party. There's always a cake. There's always ice cream. Just got to say no. Just got to say no, and it's tough. It's really, really tough, but you got to say no. That's what I'm trying to do. These are the 4 things I am trying to do. I didn't make 10, I didn't make 7. I'm doing 4 things that I am attempting to stick to in order to get this under control. We'll make a quick mention before, and I think I've mentioned this on this show. I've tried the GLP-1s back, and yet they were successful. I believe it was Trizepatide, which is the generic Mounjaro. It worked to an extent. It got some of the weight off. It made me sick, and it was messing up my kidneys and my pancreas. I had to get off of it way last year. Yeah, I got some weight off and helped with some other numbers, but I believe that's what also caused my kidney stone, looking back on it, which if you watch me, you know, back in December, January, I had to have a kidney stone operation. Very painful. Those things work for some people, and reading, it doesn't work for other people. It's so if it does, God bless, and that's great. But some of us that it doesn't work and we can't be on it, we have to try to do things our way, and this is what it's about. And like I say, if you have any suggestions or things that work for you, another thing, and I'm not trying to make this 10 things, trying to concise my eating window a little bit, and not eating all the day, the fasting thing, and try, in other words, try to eat about lunch around 11 o'clock and then wrap up the eating around 6:30, not the whole time, but just in that window, and giving your body time to fast. And so a lot of people say there's a lot of benefit to that. I'm attempting to do that as well. So I'll keep you posted on this. I do go back to my regular doctor in June for my annual physical, and he's going to draw blood and all that. And God, if it looks like this, he's going to want to put me on statins and all of it. And I don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. I know it's something that a lot of people, especially in America, struggle with weight and, health issues and kind of stuff. And I'm 42. I'll be 43 this month. I feel good. I still can do things. But if I don't get this under control, I think it's going to be pretty bad, down the line. And I don't want that. I want to hopefully be here a long time on this earth, and in a way where I'm not having to deal with potential heart attacks and strokes and, overweight issue kind of thing. So appreciate all your support. And if this can help you, I hope it can. And please let me know if you have any suggestions. Some things maybe work for you. Leave it in the comments. And I'll see you real soon on the Middle Age Grind.